Okay, so before I tell you about the product property, let's go ahead and do a little bit of discovery. So I'm going to expand this, and so 3 to the 5th, that's really 3 multiplied by itself 5 times. Times 3 squared, which means I'm multiplying 3 by itself twice. And so now when I do that, I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 3's that are multiplying by itself. So that means this is really 3 to the 7 power. So what do you notice? I have 5, 2, and then end up with a 7. So you notice I do 5 plus 2, and I get 7. So to multiply powers with the same base, all I'm going to do is add their exponents. So we see a couple of examples here. 3 squared times 3 to the 4th. I would just do 2 plus 4 to get 6. And same thing with x to the 8 times x cubed. Do 8 plus 3, and I get 11. So let's try a couple. So I have 2 to the 5th times 2 to the 4th. So I'm going to do 2 to the 5 plus 4, which is equal to 2 to the 9th. Okay, let's try this next one. So here we have to be a little bit careful. So I have all of these have exponents except for this 3. So if you recall from that first video, anytime something doesn't have an exponent, there's really an invisible 1. So anytime I see something without an exponent, my first step is to go ahead and just write a 1 in there so I don't forget about it. And so now I'm going to have 1 plus 2 plus negative 4 plus negative 3. Well, 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus negative 4 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus negative 3, I get negative 4. And then anytime I say simplify, that means I can't have any negative exponents. So again, when you have a negative exponent, I'm going to cross the line. So since this is in the top, it's now going to go in the bottom. And I'm going to change the sign, so this negative 4 becomes a positive 4. And 3 to the 4th power is equal to 81. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and try to do number 3. So your answer there should have been x to the 11th. Okay, continue on. This n doesn't have an exponent with it, so there's really a 1. And so I'm going to do 3 plus negative 4 plus 1. Well, 3 plus negative 4 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus 1, I get 0. And again, from that first video, anything to the 0 power is just 1. So this is actually just going to equal 1. Okay, this last one we have some fractions, but that is okay. So I'm going to have x to the 1/2 plus 5/2. You can either use your calculator or do this in your head, but since these have the same denominator, I can just add the numerator. So 1 plus 5, I get 6. And then I can reduce that. So 6 divided by 2, I get 3. Okay, that's it for this video. You can go ahead and move on to the next one.